I'm Ninfa Cabello. I'm the Vice President of Madrivo for the Business Development Team. I just go out and find new business for Madrivo. I work on the advertiser side, so I'm mostly focused on bringing in advertisers that want to bring their brand to consumers and get new consumers to them. So the business started about 10 years ago. They were emailers and they wanted transparency for advertisers. That was their biggest thing, was just getting more information to the advertisers so they would be able to optimize when they're sending out emails. So in the beginning, we were just email traffic. That's all we did. We've morphed and grown. And so now we have email that is for our exclusive teams. We have exclusive social teams, search teams, and we also have the network side where we have vetted publishers that we vet out very well, I would say. And they also have social traffic, email traffic, display traffic. We work with contextual sites. So you get a bunch of different traffic channels with Madrivo. Transparency. I think that's the biggest thing with us, is that we're able to give you information that others aren't able to give. We're able to give you more stats than others because our exclusive teams pass on that information. So you're able to figure out what's working, what's not working, and optimize from there to make your offer or promotion a little bit better. The favorite part for me personally is just going out to the conferences and meeting new people and building the relationships. That way, I think relationship building is the number one priority. And I feel like that's where I excel in, is building the relationships and getting them to grow with us together. I've learned I needed to have more patience, so I've definitely picked that up along the way. Thinking outside of the box, being more analytical and not so much of a short-term thinker that, oh, I can just make this buck today, but thinking of the long term. That's really some of the skills that I've learned along the way. Time management is a huge one as well, that I needed to make sure that I paced what I was doing and had the time blocks in my calendar to make sure that I got everything done that needed to get done. In this industry, it's very male dominated. And so it's sometimes hard for a female to break into not just a managerial role, but to get even a VP role is very hard. And with LinkUnite, I like how all the women come together. We're not competing with each other. We're actually holding each other up to get everybody to excel and to get a seat at the table. And I think that's super important. And I really hope that this continues and that more and more women join this so we can all have a seat at the table and make sure that we help each other out. Nobody here is saying, oh, I don't want to talk to you because you're a competitor. We actually are talking and we're figuring out what works for each other so we can both, excel in our positions. And I think that's really important. I think for a LinkUnite specifically, or any other woman-focused one, it's really going to put the woman in a better place in their mind. Seeing other VPs, seeing other executives, I think the younger generations are like, I can do this, I can grow to this. They have people that they can mentor. If you are looking for a mentorship, I think that's really important. I wish I had this when I was starting out and younger, to have a female mentor that's going to show me the ropes, even if it's with a competitor. It means growth. It means family. It means, female empowerment. There's just so much around it that I think it's making a huge impact in other females' lives and in my life, to make sure that we're heard, we're seen, and we're here. A work-life balance, I think, is something that you have to set yourself. Everybody's in different stages in their life, so just because my work-life balance is different than somebody else's doesn't mean that it's wrong. So you have to figure out your own work-life balance and be okay with what you decide. What I would recommend is listening and learning. So not always to be the first one to be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. But first listen to what's going on, learn why a change needs to be made or what changes that somebody's looking for, and then speak up, So that's my biggest thing. I wish I would have maybe listened a little bit more before making a change, because you break things along the way that maybe you wouldn't have broken if you would have just listened a little bit more and saved time. In the end, you think you're slowing down, but you're not. You're just being a little bit more efficient by actually learning what's the actual problem.